In this video, we're going to have a look at how we use logic management to make questions appear and disappear as if we had a survey or a series of questions to ask. So in order to get started, first things first, we're going to create a form. So we go into our jigsaw puzzle piece, which is form management. Inside here, we're going to go form create. And from our setup wizard, we're going to give this a name. So what we're going to do is logic management demonstration. From this, I hit create a form, and this will give us a blank form in which to play. I hit review the build. Logic management can be applied to forms that are already built. It just takes case of having some questions that you would like to show or hide answers. As you can see, there are no questions at all in this form. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in a series of simple examples just to show or highlight how the logic management works. So the first item that we're going to add is a drop-down list, a list menu for what is your favorite color. And this makes life a little easy because we're going to have three options available in our colors. So text is what's shown to the user, and value is what's stored in the database. So if, for example, we wanted to have a French list, we could have the text could say rouge, and the value stored in the database would be red. It could also be German, rot, and value red. And that allows you to store whatever you need in the database, but make the script for the agents of who's reading it in whatever language or vernacular is going to be easiest for them to understand. So we'll add in our three answers here, our red, our green, and our blue, and we'll just have a quick look at our form of what we've built. So what is your favorite color? And we have red, green, and blue. We're now going to answer in some questions that will only apply to some of the answer values in that drop-down list. So let's go add another question to our form and say, did you know rouge means red in French? And from here, this will be a very simple yes/no. So, did you know that rouge means red? Yes, and click add. And if I just have a quick review of the build, we see that this question also shows up. So we have our drop-down list, and then we have our French. And what we're going to do here is we're going to add in the remainder of the questions in this so that we'll have a few different answers, and we'll show you how the logic is going to be applied. So, did you know that the grass is green? Another yes/no, very simple example. Click OK. And the last one here is, are you blue-green colorblind? Yes, no. That's a very specific reason for doing this. So in these questions, sorry, I'll scroll down to yes, no. They're very trite examples. Very simple. But what we want to be able to do is to show a number of different combinations here. So what is your favorite color? If you choose red, we only want to see this question. If we choose green, we're going to see this question and this question. Or if we choose blue, we're only going to see this question. So there's lots of different combinations you can have in terms of the logic management of when this shows. Essentially, the form has all of the questions all the time. The difference here is are they shown yes or no? So from the left-hand side, we can now use logic management to be able to tweak this. So first things first, use self-generating logic, and we'll say yes. And when the form starts, which questions are going to be visible? So we're going to turn on that header question, and we're going to turn on what is your favorite color. So if I just hit update, you can see the change that we've now made. So all those other questions are on the form, they're just hidden. So now we'll start getting them to turn on depending on which option is chosen in the drop-down list. So inside logic management, you'll notice that there's a number here, and this specifies the total number of answers that are available. So in this case, there are 3 answers available. This would be red, green, and blue. So when red is chosen from the option, we want it to show question 3. So I just put the number 3 in there. I then use a semicolon to separate the answers. So remember, the answers were red, green, and blue. So when green kicks in, we want it to show 4 and 5. So I can go 4, 5, and then another semicolon to separate the second answer. And then the last answer we want is the blue one. So if we choose blue, we only want 5 to appear. So I can now go update logic, review the build, and the system will now intelligently add in. So if it's red, show that. If it's green, show those. If it's blue, show that. And it's as simple as that to be able to add in answers and set up your logic. But like many forms that people have built, you've already started or you have one later and you need to come back to it. So the most common one that we see added into here is where people kind of go, oh, I should have put in an other option, or to allow other to appear. So what is your favorite color? We're going to add an option to this called other. So we go to our answer values and we're going to modify what is your favorite color, and we're going to add in an extra option here. So we're going to add in an option for other. Now, because it's an other, we don't actually know what it is. It's not a drop-down list. So we're going to add in another question, which is a text area. And this text area is going to allow us, so what is your favorite color? So we now have an other for the text area. Again, with the logic management, we now have 4 options available, with this what is your favorite color being the last one to appear. So now we set the other to show what is your favorite color, and again it's also hidden. If I update and I review, so what is your favorite color? Red, there's our red question. Favorite color? Green, so there's the 2 greens. Blue, there's the blue question. But now we add in an other. So what is your favorite color? And we have another box where we can type in the answers.